Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen. Pinchas staves off a terrible plague that befell the Jewish people at the end of last week's parsha for cohabiting with the daughters of Midian. 24,000 Jews perish in the plague. Pinchas comes along with a spear, and he gets rid of Achil Hashem, and he stabs Zimri through the heart and his Midianite girlfriend in the stomach, and they both perish on contact. Very strange opening to this week's parsha, where God says, I'm going to reward Pinchas with two separate things. On the one hand, I'm going to give him Briti Shalom. Briti Shalom, my covenant of peace. And on the other, I'm going to give him a Brit Kehunat Olam, that he becomes a Kohen and his children after him become Kohanim as well. Question. Are these two separate ideas, the idea of peace on the one hand, and the idea of Kahuna on the other hand, are they related? Are they interdependent? Or are they independent of each other? Rashi quotes a Gemara, in part. The part that he does not bring is Rav Ashi. And Rav Ashi says that it's not until the days of Yehoshua, Joshua, leading the Jewish people into Israel, and Israel has already been captured and the land divided, when the two tribes, Gad and Reuven, returned to their side of the Jordan, together with half of the tribe of Manasseh, and civil war threatens the Jewish people, Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen is sent as the ambassador of peace, as the Ish Shalom, and he achieves a level of peace. Only then does he become the Kohen. So we see a connection between the Kahuna and the peace. Why Shalom? And this is a strong question. After all, you would think that God would reward Midah Kedeged Midah based upon the action. A paratrooper wears a badge that represents the fact that he jumps out of airplanes. You would think that the reward given to Pinchas should be one that matches the action. The violent action of stabbing two people, you would think would reward some sort of violent calling. Let him be the warrior, let him be the battler, let him be the ambassador that leads us into army, not the ambassador, into war, not the ambassador of peace. And the answer that's given is, because when you pull yourself back from the incident and you look at the big picture, what does Hashem describe Pinchas as having accomplished? He withdrew. I withdrew. He caused me to withdraw my anger from the Jewish people. And I did not destroy the Jewish people as a result of my anger. I calmed down. So what did Pinchas do? What did he accomplish? He brought about peace between heaven and earth. Peace between God and the Jewish people. And therefore God says, I'm going to reward him with peace. And with Kahuna as well. For that in a certain sense is his birthright. History arranged it so that he did not get it on time, but later on he will get it. And that's a whole separate, as we say, shmooze entirely. But why is it that he does not become a Kohen right away? Well, some explain that he was not universally loved. In order to be a Kohen, you need to be somebody who is universally loved. Look at the paradigm of Kahuna, Aaron HaKohen. When he dies in Parshas Chukas 2 weeks ago, who mourns for him? The entire Jewish populace. Why? Because he's an Ohev Shalom, Verodev Shalom. He brings about peace between Shemayim and Aretz by bringing carbonot, by bringing sacrifices. But he also brings about peace between people. And Pinchas cannot be a Kohen until he meets both qualities of being a Kohen. And that is, he brings about peace between Shemayim and Aretz, which he does already in this week's Parsha. And then later on in the days of Joshua, when he brings about peace between people, only then does he become universally loved. People say, oh, now it makes sense that he's a Kohen. With that, may we be merit leaders who indeed are Kohanim, who help us bring about peace between us and God, and peace amongst ourselves as well. Shabbat Shalom.